Hi guys, my name is Kevin. Today I'm going to do a quick presentation on the strength and conditioning coach and what that job entitles, how to get it, and its growth coming up for the future. Okay. So, for the strength and conditioning coach job, we're going to have 12 areas of focus that we're going to look into. First is going to be work-related tasks and activities. Second is appropriate college courses or majors. Third, physical demands of the job. Fourth, working conditions. Fifth, job-related interests. So what kind of interest would you have if you wanted to get into a job like this? Required knowledge for the occupation, career preparation for your particular job. So what should you be doing outside of school to prepare yourself for this job? Hiring practices, wages, employment outlooks, advancement opportunities in the field, and current job listings. So our first area of focus is our work tasks and activities. As a coach, basically your main job is to teach your athletes what they need to know to excel in their sport. Second would be to plan, organize, and conduct practice sessions. So just managing the team, making sure they're getting everything they need to get done. Analyze the strengths and weaknesses of individual athletes. So understand that some athletes are going to struggle compared to others, and they might need extra focus to bring them up to the level they need to be. Plan strategies and choose team members for each game. So making sure you're putting the right guys in the right position. You don't want a 300-pound man playing corner against a 100-pound receiver. Wouldn't do good for you guys. Provide direction, encouragement, and motivation to prepare athletes for games. This is important, especially for coaches. You want to make sure you're mentoring kids, making sure that they're enjoying the game, they're understanding the game, and they want to keep them playing for you. Plan and direct physical conditioning programs that enables the athlete to achieve maximum performance. As a strength and conditioning coach, this will be your main task, making sure that your athletes are big enough, strong enough, and fast enough to be able to compete in whatever sport they're playing. Instruct athletes on proper techniques, game strategy, sportsmanship, and the rules of the sport. As a strength and conditioning coach, this one's really important as well, because in the weight room, if athletes are performing bad techniques, they're much more likely to get injured, and getting injured off the field is something that we want to try to avoid as much as possible. The last thing we do is keep records of athletes' performance. So we want to be able to track the athlete's progress, basically. So if an athlete comes in their freshman year and they can only bench 220 pounds and they leave their senior year and they're able to bench 400, you can track that throughout all their years. Okay. Next focus is appropriate college courses and majors. So appropriate college courses basically would just to have a bachelor's degree. Your bachelor's degree can really be in anything, but it's better to focus it on something health, exercise, strength related. So that way it transfers over to your certifications, which is basically the reason you need your bachelor's degree, is to be able to take certifications to advance for continued education. The physical demands. Being a coach itself, not very many physical demands. The one that really sticks out is being able to coach proper techniques. So if I wanted to teach somebody how to do a proper squat and I myself have no idea how to do a proper squat, that's not going to look good. So being able to actually perform all the movements, perform techniques, and able to help visually teach your athletes. Working conditions. Coaches work a lot of long, irregular hours, including evenings, weekends, and holidays. Full-time coaches often work more than 40 hours for several months during season. And coaches are also required to travel frequently to attend sporting events. So as far as work conditions goes, coaching can be pretty stressful, considering the irregular long hours and lots of traveling. Job-related interests. So to be In the coaching profession, you usually have a social interest, so social occupations frequently involve working with, communicating with, and teaching people. These occupations also involve helping and providing service to others, so teaching athletes and helping them get better at the game, obviously. Realistic occupations frequently involve work activities that include practical, hands-on problems or solutions, so coming up with a defense to combat an offense, or coming up with an offense that picks apart a defense. It's very important in coaching. And enterprising occupations frequently involve starting and carrying out projects. These occupations can involve leading people and making many decisions. So, as a football coach, your season is basically your product, your big project. So you're leading people through the season and making sure you have a successful season. Required knowledge. So college and professional coaches, you're usually going to have a bachelor's degree, sometimes maybe a master's. Like I said before, these degrees can usually be in any subject, but focusing on kinesiology, nutrition, fitness, physical education, health and wellness, usually transfers better. And for any coaching job, you need extensive knowledge of the game. Career preparation for this particular job. Experience playing at that level, so if you're going to teach college or coach college, you probably should have played some college football. Same thing goes with the pros. Bachelor's degrees, again, in something like sports science, physiology, kinesiology, extensive knowledge of the game, and extra certifications, so something like strength and conditioning certifications or national sports medicine certification are all good career prep if you're trying to get into coaching. Hiring practices. The coaching hiring practices are not the best. Coaches can be hired quick and they can be hired often, and the same thing goes for being let go. A lot of coaching decisions are considered emergency hires because as a coaching staff, you don't want a part of your staff sitting vacant for very long, because that makes recruits not want to come play with you if you have holes in your coaching staff. Wages. So an average coach, this is high school, earns around $28,000 to $31,000 per year. According to the International Youth Conditioning Association, and a study done in 2015, college and professional strength and conditioning coaches can make up to $300,000 a year or more. Employment outlook for coaching, there's a 15% growth rate from 2012 to 2022. This 15% growth rate is much faster than the average growth rate for jobs. Advancement opportunities. There's many opportunities in advancing through coaching. The better you do at the lower levels, the more your name's going to get around, the more it'll get picked up to go to higher levels. So most coaches who you see in the top levels of colleges or top level of pros have spent much more time in areas below that, such as high school and college, trying to work their way up, gaining that experience. Current job listings. So I went to Indeed.com, typed in strength and conditioning coach. What I found were a total of 446 job listings across the nation. I narrowed it down to just my local area, and I found 4 jobs within 20 minutes of my house, and I found 24 jobs within a 1-hour commute. So pretty good job market out there for coaches. And that is it. Any questions?
No, good job.
Thank you.